Okay, we do get the knockout here, so that's pretty nice. I had to see. I just had to see if even with an intimidation, I could knock it out. I think this is a jolly, but even with that, it would just bring it to the reds, and I wouldn't be able to knock it out. So that's good enough. That's good enough for me. I'm gonna go ahead and switch out Stoutland. Now that I think about it, Stoutland doesn't really have the best attacks. Like what? Oh, really? I think I did. Yep, I did. My goodness. Oh my. Wait. I didn't disconnect. Ooh. So we got a win there. That is pretty freaking annoying. So let's go ahead and look for another battle, and I'll cut to it once I find one. Okay, guys. So we found another battle. Looks like my opponent just barely started in his battle spot adventure. So we did get a win the last time, which was not the best way, you know, to get a win. My opponent did DC. I don't think he rage quit. I think he just DC'd. You know, sometimes people don't have the best internet, which is pretty annoying. We're in the 21st century. Everybody should have good internet. So, as you guys can see there, my opponent is running the Intimidations. The Intimidation Squad. Oh my goodness. Intimidators everywhere. That is pretty freaking annoying. So, I think Gastrodon will do excellent against my opponent's team. I think leading off with Gastrodon would do excellent. Or not even leading off with it. I think I should just lead off with Gastrodon and Stoutland. I mean, Gigalith and Stoutland. Or maybe Cortana and Gigalith just to get the sand up. Since Gigalith can do a pretty decent amount of damage to his team. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lead off with this because in the long run it doesn't matter because I can just bring in like if he brings in what's his name, his electric Pokemon or his fire or water, I can just bring in Gastrodon for free. Cortana I think is gonna be a pretty nice Pokemon here. Same thing with Tapu Lele. Tapu Lele might actually see some use here. Arcanine, not so much, even though he has a lot of physical attackers. I think let's go ahead and bring Cortana. I think it's the better Pokemon just to deal with his fairies and his Pokemon. So let's go ahead and bring in that. Let's go ahead and bring in my very powerful lead. Maybe Tapu Lele would have been a better choice here. I don't know for sure. I do not know. So let's see what's going to happen here. My opponent is challenging me. So Carlos, nice to meet you. So he's going to go ahead and bring out Arcanine and Guard. Chisel, pretty nasty Pokemon, as you guys can see there. I'm going to go ahead and bring out my Gigalith and my Stoutland. So everybody brings out the Intimidators versus this lead. Everybody knows about this lead, but it doesn't matter because it allows me to bring in stuff. You know, this team is very predictable. I need to bring in less predictable. I think this team will work out very well in like a VGC sanctioned tournament. But I just got to bring out more, like Tapu Lele. I think Tapu Lele is not that good for this team. Maybe bring an electric Pokemon and then put a fire type move onto Stoutland or something like that. Probably bring out Tapu Koko so I can have the Tapu Koko and Gastrodon lead, you know, or something like that. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and switch out. I could leave Stoutland to deal with the Garchomp, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and switch out into Gastrodon here, and I'm just gonna go for a Stone Edge onto the Arcanine, try to do as much damage as possible. If he knocks out the, if Garchomp knocks out the Gigalith, that is fine. I can go ahead and bring in my Stoutland for free and start knocking out his Pokemons left and right. So he's gonna protect his Arcanine. He's just gonna go for an EQ from what it looks like. Yep, here comes the Earthquake. I'm just gonna start setting up with Gastrodon over here. So here comes the EQ. Gonna do a ton of damage to my Pokemon, which is pretty freaking annoying, but I think I'm in a good position here. That's not going to do anything, of course, as you guys can see there. Everybody's going to get buffered. So, let's see what's going to happen here. Usually, opponents don't go for that type of move. So, let's go for a Z Stockpile here and go for a Protect, because more than likely he's going to switch out his Arcanine. So, or maybe not Protect. I don't know what my opponent's going to do. Maybe I should have just let Gigalith get knocked out so I could bring in my my Stoutland for free, because losing the stand makes Stoutland pretty useless. So let's see what my opponent's going to do here. Maybe switch out his Arcanine, maybe just leave it in. Maybe he has it, you know, trained to survive hits. I don't know. He's going to go ahead and bring out Porygon. Porygon's not going to like the EQ from what it looks like. I don't think he's going to go for another EQ. Oh my goodness, special attack. That's not good for me. So I am going to go for Protect here. Yeah, that is that is extremely not good for me. Oh, he's just going to go for another Earthquake here. That's going to do a ton of damage, but Gastrodon should be able to heal up nicely with the Z stockpile and get a stockpile off, so that's going to be pretty nice for me. So, here comes the move here, as you guys can see there. So, okay, Z stockpile goes off. I need to find a way to deal with this Garchomp, because this Garchomp is being freaking annoying. So I'm gonna go ahead and Toxic the Porygon, I think. Yes, let's go ahead and Toxic the Porygon. It's gonna go for a double attacking move here, but if I get the Toxic off onto the Porygon, Porygon's gonna slowly get withered down. I'm gonna go for a Stone Edge onto the Garchomp. It's not gonna knock out Garchomp whatsoever. He's gonna go for an EQ again. This guy's just spamming EQs. So, yeah, Gastrodon's going to survive that nicely. And Gigalith is going to get knocked out. I'm going to have 2 turns of sand coming up. He's going to go for his own Toxic. Smart play by my opponent. I'm going to go for my own Toxic. So, hopefully I don't mix the Toxic. That'll be pretty freaking annoying. But, okay, I don't miss it. So that's nice. So I don't have to worry about Porygon being a nuisance here. So, and Porygon is already very, very damaged. So everybody's going to get buffered, and I'm going to go ahead and just attack the Garchisel. I think it's a banded Garchisel, as you guys can see there. I could go for a return, because he more than likely might bring out Arcanine. I'm going to go for a double attacking move onto the Garchomp slot. So I'm going to go for an Ice Fang, and I'm going to go for a Scald onto that slot. So let's see what's going to happen here. I'm going to go for a Scald onto the Garchisel slot, and I'm going to go for an Ice Fang onto the Garchisel slot. Let's see what's going to happen here. Hopefully he doesn't switch out Garchomp. That'll be pretty freaking annoying. Okay, this is going to come off. That's going to knock out Garchomp. Unless this guy is just spamming EQs, and that thing is what's it called? What's that thing called? I can't even think right now. Focus Sash. So Scaldy is going to come through. That's going to do nothing to this Porygon. But Porygon is going to slowly get destroyed. By these Toxics. So slowly getting withered down, as you guys can see there. I could go for a double attacking move onto the Porygon, but I don't think Porygon is a huge threat here. I kind of wish I didn't get stuck into the Ice Fang, but I had to do it because this Garchomp was being a nuisance. Was being a big nuisance. So, here comes the Arcanine. Intimidation is going to come through. Very annoying. Very, very annoying. So, let's go for a Scald onto the Arcanine, trying to do as much damage as possible. And I'm going to go ahead and switch out into my Cortana. If my Cortana gets knocked out here, that is fine. I mean, that's not fine, but still, that'll be alright, because I should be able to do enough damage to the Arcanine to maybe knock it out. I don't know for sure. So, this is my last turn of sand. Hopefully Stoutland, I know Stoutland can take a hit. I know that for sure. And they can do a ton of damage. So Will-O-Wisp is going to come out. That is fine. I will be getting a free Scald here onto the Arcanine. And my opponent is just recovering. You're just delaying the inevitable, sir. Because that Toxic it's already 3 turns of Toxic there. And I'm getting the Scald off onto your Arcanine. Probably breaking, allowing him to eat the berry here. So next turn, his Arcanine will be knocked out. Unless he switches out, which is fine. And Porygon really not doing anything. And Porygon can't knock out these 2 Pokemon. So, yep, Gastrodon is slowly getting hurt. His, my Cortana is slowly getting hurt, but that does not matter whatsoever. So let's go for a Scald onto the Arcanine. And let's go for a Smart Strike onto the Arcanine? Nope. Let's go for... I could go for a slashing type move onto his Arcanine here. Or I could switch out. Could go for a Sacred Sword. Cortana, do I really need you? Unless he has Gastrodon in the back. Ah, that's always a possibility. You know what? Let's switch out into Stoutland again. he's going to go for a fire-type move onto the Cortana slot. If he doesn't, if he goes for a protect, I don't know what he's going to do. Either or, I think I'm in a good position here. So he's going to go for a protect. Let's see what he's going to do. He's going to go for an ice beam onto my Stoutland slot. Hopefully he doesn't freeze me. That'll be pretty freaking annoying. Scald is not going to do anything, but I should be able to knock out the his Pokemon next turn. Porygon is still getting slowly destroyed, as you guys can see there. My Gastrodon is still also getting slowly destroyed. I could go for a return. Let's go ahead and switch out Gastrodon here into my Cortana, and then go ahead and go for a return onto the Arcanine. I should be able to survive, I think, an Arcanine hit. I am pretty sure I'm faster than the Porygon. Hopefully I'm faster than the Arcanine. Let's see what's going to happen here. He's going to go for a Willow. Wow, he's faster than me. That's pretty freaking annoying. I don't think I'll be able to get the knockout here. So, let's see what's going to happen. Return. Yeah, that's definitely not going to knock out. Yeah, that's definitely not going to knock out. Ice Beam onto this slot, as you guys can see there. For sure, I think Cortana should be faster than Arcanine, so I should be able to get the KO onto the Arcanine. Not this turn, but next turn. Burn, thank goodness, it's been neutered, so I know for sure Stoutland's going to be on the field for a very long time. No, let's not go for a Smart Strike. Let's go for a... Actually, I think Smart Strike should be enough to knock out at that range, but I do not know for sure, and I'm terrified. So, you know what? YOLO Swag 420, YOLO. Let's just go for the double attacking move onto the Arcanine. Smart Strike. Are you enough? Oh, I was so scared. I was so scared. So I am gonna get the Beast Boost, which is pretty nice, and I am faster than the Porygon. This is not gonna knock out Porygon whatsoever. I'll be super surprised. He's gonna recover, but that's not gonna be enough since he's already been like a bajillion turns poison. Yeah, the poison should be able to knock him out this turn, I think. Let's see. Yeah, whoa, not even close, sadly. But I am in a good position to win the game, as you guys can see here. So Stoutland is getting burnt. Everybody is burnt. Everybody's burnt. You get a burn, you get a burn, you get a status. So Porygon is not going to survive 2 more turns. Even if he gets, Gyarados is going to come out. That is annoying. Okay, maybe I might not win this game. Maybe I might not win this game. Gyarados, this guy brought out the wild card in the Gyarados. Okay, maybe I'm in a situation where I might not win this game. I don't know for sure now. Now I'm thinking about it. I don't know for sure. I could do a ton of damage to his Gyarados. I think I should knock out the Porygon this turn. I should definitely, most definitely knock out the Porygon this turn. Let's go for a Sacred Sword onto the Porygon, knock it out, and then let's go for a, let's go for a Gastrodon switch in here. Gastrodon should be able to survive any of his shenanigans, and I should be able to knock out the Porygon, I think, at this range. He's gonna protect. That was very obvious. So, very obvious protect. Sacred Sword should be enough to knock out the Porygon at that range, I think. Yep, I was correct. And Gastrodon, and I got a free, you know, non-intimidated Pokemon here. So Gastrodon is not going to get knocked out by this poison. He's going to have just enough to survive, and I could go ahead and start going for recovers and switch out my Cortana, which was intimidated and burnt. Think about that. That actually knocked out Porygon, intimidated and burnt, even though, well, actually it does have the boost, and it got another boost, so it's pretty much just intimidated at this point. So let's go for a Leaf Blade onto the Gastrodon slot here, and then let's go for a recover onto my Gastrodon to survive any of his shenanigans. So unless he has a non-water type move onto that Gastrodon's not going to like that whatsoever. That was a critical hit. That would have done 50%, I think, for sure. That's not going to knock out Cortana, and I'm going to get the recover off here, so the game is pretty much over. Yeah, that would have done 50%. or maybe a little bit less than 50%. But since that Ice Fang didn't do any damage, and Gastrodon still needs like 4 more turns to get knocked out, because I'm just going to go for a recover this turn. Yeah, most definitely, even with the crit, I would have won the game because I would still have Stoutland in the back. He would have been low enough for Stoutland to knock out, unless that thing has like I don't know, some move to screw me over. So let's go for another recover here and win the game pretty much. The game is pretty much over since the burn got nerfed. Protect is not going to do anything whatsoever. I am faster than you, and yeah, let's see what happens. The game is pretty much over since burn did get nerfed, and I'm just going to recover, and now Gastrodon needs like at least 7 more turns to get knocked out, because I'm just going to recover spam for days. Yep, look, you see how much damage that did? I'm just going to recover again. It's going to do damage, and I'm just going to keep on recovering over and over and over and over and over. Actually, I wouldn't recover at that point, but I'll recover again next turn, and it will bring me down to 50%. I mean, a little bit less than 50%, and then the next turn it will bring me down to 50%, and then the next turn it will bring me down to like 3/4, and then I'll pretty much win the game at that point. So let's go for a Scald, and the game is pretty much over. He would have to go for a double protect, which wouldn't... Yeah, match was forfeited. My opponent realized that Toxic in the burn is not doing any damage whatsoever at that point. So that was a very long battle. I think I could have done way better to win that game, but I did manage to squeak it out. Even though with the burns and the Toxics, I was able to squeak out a win there. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that video. I think I'm going to go ahead and edit the discontinue on the other part, because that would make the video way too long. But anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed that video, and maybe I'll just put a little glimpse, you know, in the beginning. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and until next time, guys, I'll see you guys later with more battle videos. Bye, guys.